So, all right, so paid family leave and sick days, those are two different bills. Perhaps we could take paid family leave first and then talk about sick days because that's actually moving. So can you just brief us on the bill that is being considered in the legislative committees for paid family leave and what that means and what the prospect is for that piece of legislation?
Paid family leave was introduced into our committee last year, and we have not yet taken the bill up, and I don't anticipate that we will this year. But just in a nutshell, it's a bill that would allow for a larger period of time to be taken off by an employee in order to tend to their own care or care of a family member. People often cite pregnancy and childbirth and as a predictable, somewhat predictable type of activity that many people, particularly low-wage workers, don't have access to. And we're fortunate that our Commission on Women in the state received a major grant from the U.S. Department of Labor in 2015 to study this issue in Vermont over the next year, which would put us in a good position to consider it in a future legislature. Meanwhile, we've been focusing a great deal of attention on sick days, which is a bill that's been introduced for 10 years and was taken up for the second time by General Housing and Military Affairs last year, taken up in earnest. And it passed the House and is been in the Senate, and now the Senate Committee on Economic Development passed the bill out last week on a 5-0 vote, and it's heading to the Senate floor tomorrow.
And what's the substance of that bill?
The substance of that bill is that it enables Vermont workers who are sick or have a family member who is sick or they're facing issues related to domestic violence, that they can take a specified number of days off, up to 3 in the first 2 years, and then it moves to 5 days, and can take it off and be paid for that time in order to tend to their health and the health of loved ones.